It's 5 days before the November 11th governorship elections in Imo State, and things are already heating up. Labour Party's governorship candidate, Senator Athan Achonu, has come out to speak on being allegedly attacked over yesterday while on his way to St. Peter's Anglican Church, Obi Biezena, in Owerri North local government area, where he was invited to attend the church service. In a statement signed by Chibuikem Diala, the Director of Media and Publicity to Senator Athan Achonu's campaign organization, he said that the tragedy was averted when the convoy of the Labour Party candidates for Saturday's governorship election in Imo State escaped death by the whiskers. The Labour Party governorship candidate released a video stating what took place. Let's take a look.
This is one of the cars they shot.
Imolites, today, the 5th of November 2023, 6 days to the Imo governorship elections, around between 12 and 1 o'clock this afternoon, I was on my way to honor an invitation by the Anglican Church Synod at Obi Biezena in Owerri North. Only to, as we got to the venue, we saw, but as we were approaching, we saw, armed police stationed, strategically in their cars. So we were wondering, what's going on? So as soon as we got there, we saw an APC blocking the entrance to the venue, and harsh-looking armed men, most of them wearing black, some carrying pump action, some carrying AK-47s. So, and they stopped us, they blocked, they didn't allow us to go. They started shooting in the air sporadically, scaring the bikers who were leading the convoys. All of them scampered for safety. So after a lot of shooting, I had to, I came down. I said, well, this is if they can take me, because I can't understand why I can't be allowed to go and worship God in Imo State. So I realized, so when I got there, they now claimed, first of all, they claimed that the governor was there. I'd said that somebody tore APC posters on the wall. So, but the person who not probably is Senator Athan Achonu, the person who tore it. They said no. So why are you preventing him from getting into the church premises? So, and I had to come down. I accosted one Ola, the notorious Ola of Tiger Base Fair, the man who has so many lives have been lost in Imo State. And look at what they did to the NLC president. This governor is going mad. I had to call my security officer, called the DSS director, who said he was there with the commissioner of police. I now asked to speak with him. He called me and said he wants to talk to the officer. Commissioner of Police Imo State spoke to this Ola. Ola disobeyed him and blocked us from entering. Oh, as the shooting continued, I didn't want any life to be lost. I came out and accosted him. I was pointing at him. I told him that I was going to expose him to Nigerians today. And if he doesn't leave this state today, or let's say this by Monday, I'll know that this government wants to annihilate us. So I'm putting my president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on notice to know what is going on here. This man wants to annihilate the entire state. So he should quickly remove all the security agencies who from here. They are not obeying orders. There's a killer squad in Osarogie as well. They have been crying, and they call him kill and bury. They've been crying everywhere. It's like we're in a war zone. What's going on here, for God's sake? Is this how we're going to have this election on November 11th? And I hear that the INEC officers even lied to the INEC chairman, EOs, that all the political parties agreed to move all the coalition from ward to local government. We didn't even have a meeting to discuss that. So you see what's going on. There is a trouble here. Nigerians should know what's going to happen on everything. If you want to declare war on Imolites, tell us. The Imolites are ready to defend themselves.
There we have it, and that's Athan Achonu sharing his ordeal of narrowly escaping being killed. And he's pointed fingers at the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma. We're looking to hear a reaction from the governor of the state, but things like we did see at the start of the show are starting to look heated in Imo State. It's almost like every other day we're talking about one incident or one scenario happening in Imo State or the other. Last week we talked about the Labour Party, the NLC attack, right? The attack on NLC chairman Joe Ajaero, president, and we talked about that. We talked about, it's just like one drama or the other. But one thing is
funny
evident.
enough, I think there's also been some. I'm trying to remember his name, but I remember there's also been somebody who was killed in Imo State. While also gone in for a particular seat. I just don't want to make any mistakes, by calling. But I remember that there was a story like that. But for me, this is also another opportunity to point out, the lapses in security with regards to elections. If a candidate for the seat of a governor in a state can be attacked in broad daylight like this, according to him, then what assurances does the edge of police, and what the statements that he's released, what relevance is all those statements, that he is putting things on ground to ensure that the election is free and fair and credible and, everybody is safe. All those things almost are meaningless. Because if till now, these things happened over the weekend, and till now there's still no clarity on who carried out these attacks, how many of them have been arrested, if they have been interrogated, absolutely nothing. Then it's hard to believe or trust when the idea of police says that people should come out to vote because they are safe. And another thing is really, how deep is it for those who have gone in for the elections in Imo State? Does life mean so little to them? Is it necessary that anybody dies just for another person's political ambition? I don't think Imo State is, well, anyway, maybe they would think different, but these are some of the things that I feel are relevant to speak about in this story. But from now till the 11th, we wish Athan Achonu the best, and of course the Imo State governor and everyone who will be a part of that electoral process. It's not worth anyone's life.